Hi, this is Ron Dazinski. I'm the owner and operator of Beyond PTSD. And we do these videos from time to time from things that either I think of or one of the viewers thinks of. And there was something that was on a show on Sunday night that was really objectionable to me. And so I wrote a blog about it and I wanted to do the video about it. Now, this is nothing to do with an organization, has nothing except for my own. This is my own personal opinion, but I am so outraged about this that I wanted to talk to everyone about it. The media is now starting to use PTSD as a ploy for one of their plot development areas. And up till now, it's always been something that was a little bit irritating to me, but I was able to deal with it, and that was using it in usually a crime situation where they say somebody has PTSD, and that's part of the reason that they've committed these crimes or blew off shot off from the hip or got in trouble or did something. All right, well, there's lots of us with PTSD that will never ever go through that. However, it's always a possibility. So I thought to myself, well, maybe there's some trade-offs here that people with PTSD may be able to see that they may need to get some help to start to deal with this so that it doesn't get to that point. But this week on Curb Your Enthusiasm, something came up that was really unique to me, but it just really set me off. And now I really actually like Seinfeld. I like Larry David, actually. I think he's a bizarre character, but Curb Your Enthusiasm is usually something that's just a tickle for me because he's such a unique character and an old curmudgeon that kind of is interesting. But in this last past episode, something happened which really upset me. And that was that they used PTSD as a foil for making fun of somebody who has it. Now, the only way that I can see that this could possibly have been done is if they deny the fact that PTSD exists. There's no way that somebody who knows the pain and torment that people with PTSD go through that would try to make fun of it. That's just my opinion, and certainly having experienced it, I would not wish this on anybody, not even my worst enemy, because this is just not fun. It's constantly working and trying to protect against it getting worse, and I've been fighting this thing for 45 or whatever the hell years it is. Now, the way this worked was that they had a guy who was denying that he had PTSD, which allowed me to get some hope that maybe they were going to talk about the importance of admitting what this was. But then they put him in a situation where he was required to go through and be tormented by the violence and the explosions and all the turmoil and everything that was setting him off. And then it was supposed to be like a joke that this was a guy that was going through this and how wasn't that funny. Well, obviously the people that are the writers in this thing don't know what's going on, and that PTSD can come from other causes besides just the military experience. Although in this case it was a military experience. But would we make fun of somebody who's been raped? Would you sit there and just mock her for having, fear of a stranger or something, or a child abuse? Would you mock that? A child who's been abused, and oh my God, that's how funny that is. Or been in a car accident where they're tormented. Would you constantly be making fun of that? This is just not a funny thing. And personally speaking, I think there should be some apology. I think that the writers on the show should either be educated or at least get some idea about what they're dealing with PTSD before they start to make fun of it. So, I think anybody who sees this, who wants to see what I'm talking about, can view the episode if they feel like they want to get some context. Personally speaking, I found it very objectionable, and I probably won't watch it ever again. That's how serious I am about this thing. So, as much as I like Larry David and his show, I really, really feel that you've stepped across the line when you start insulting people who are afflicted by this terrible ailment. And, it's easy to do it sitting back in some room writing crap on that's supposedly you're funny. This was not funny to me, and I don't think it'll be funny to anybody else who sees it, who has experience with PTSD, whether they're the caretakers or whether they're the actual people that have suffered through their problem. So in any event, I wanted to say this. I wanted to get on tape what I feel. It really, really makes me angry, and I will do anything I can to try to pass this on, and I would suggest you do the same if you're viewing this for the first time anyway. This is where you can reach me. We're always looking for likes and dislikes. You may feel like there's nothing to this, and certainly you're welcome to that opinion, but that's probably because you don't have PTSD. And I've heard enough people saying that PTSD does not exist, that you won't shock me if you say that, but that's because you don't have it, and I'm telling you that if you did, you'd never say it. So in any event, like if you can, share if you can, and certainly the sharing, and I'd like this to go to as many people as possible, because that's the only way I have no connection with him or any relationship to him, and I'm hoping that maybe somebody either reads what I said or sees this video and does know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. So that's the only way I think we might be able to get some compensation from, not financial, but just an apology. So anyway, that's all I have to say, and I'm just not in a good mood today. All right, thanks again, and I'll talk to you soon. I love you all.